Hello, I'm Sherry Manning, the Executive Director of the Nevada Governor's Council on Developmental Disabilities, and I may refer to that during this informational video as the Council, DD Council, or NGCDD. This informational video is to give you information about our upcoming quarterly meeting. This meeting will be held December 1st, 2016 at 9 a.m. It will be a video conference meeting, and it will be held at 2 locations. The Vocational Rehabilitation Building in Reno, Nevada, and that's at 1325 Corporate Boulevard. The other location will be in Las Vegas, and that is at 3016 West Charleston Boulevard, Suite 200. So let's dive into our agenda items for this meeting. So item number 1 on the agenda is call to order. Then we will be verifying the quorum, review of the public comment policy, call for introductions, and verify timely posting of agenda. So let me explain those items to you. First of all, Jody Thornley, the council chair, will call the meeting to order. And when she calls the meeting to order, that time will be noted for the minutes. Then we will verify quorum. You will see in front of you a list of all of the council members. There are currently 20 council members, and the list you see in front of you notes the person's name, who they are representing, and which area of the state, the community that they are representing. In order to conduct a meeting, we must have over 50% of those members present. So that would mean that we would have to have 11 members present in order to conduct the meeting. Then we will do the review of public comment policy. The public comment policy for the council is comments will be limited to 1 minute per comment, and a maximum of 2 comments will be allowed per individual on each agenda item. If you have not signed in to provide comment, you may not be allowed public comment except during the 2 statutory, and that's by law, public comment agenda items. So the chair will identify those members of the public that have signed in for comment during each agenda item. The council staff may provide input at the discretion of the chair. Then we will do a call for introductions. Make sure that we identify everyone that is around the table and that is coming to this meeting. After that, we will verify the timely posting of the agenda. So the timely posting of the agenda, by law, we need to have this posted 3 days in advance. Item number 2 on the agenda is the statutorily required. That means by law, it is required that we allow the public to speak. The council has determined that a limit of 5 minutes would be put on the public comment. So Jody Thornley, the council chair, will call for public comment, and there will be no action taken on a matter raised under this agenda item until the matter itself has been specifically included on the agenda. So if this were going to be voted on, it would have to be an agenda item. Public comment is a no action item. Item number 3 on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from the September 2016 meeting. This is for possible action. This means that the council will be taking a vote on this item. So Stephen Schumacher, the council vice chair, will open the floor for discussion, approval, denial, or modification of the September 15th, 2016 minutes. If you would like to look at these minutes, you can find them at our website, www.nevada.council.org. Now, as a council member, remember it is your responsibility to view the minutes. Make sure if there are any changes or errors in those minutes that you note those for corrections and bring those to the council meeting. So once all of those have been identified at the meeting, now this is your opportunity to make a motion. You can do that by saying, I make a motion to accept the minutes as presented. Or if there were changes or corrections to those minutes, you can say, I make a motion to accept the minutes with changes. If someone else made the motion, you can take this opportunity now to second that motion. After the motion has been seconded, there will be discussion offered. Then at this point, there will be a vote. If you are in favor of the motion, you will say yay. If you are opposed, you will say nay. And if you are not sure, you will abstain. Item number 4 on the agenda will require no action. There will not be a vote taken on this. The Executive Committee recommendations and Chairperson's summary. Jody Thornley, the Council and Executive Committee Chair, will discuss recommendations from the September 2016 Executive Committee meeting. I did notice that there was an error in the agenda, and it does state that it will be the July and August meetings. Since this is a no action item, we can go ahead and go over the September 2016 meeting. At this point also, if the council chair feels that there should be additional subcommittees set up for the council, this is her opportunity to do that in accordance with the bylaws. And again, you can visit those bylaws at www.nevadaddcouncil.org. Item number 5 on the agenda will be a presentation on achieving a better life experience, otherwise known as the ABLE Act. So I will introduce Linda English. She is the Senior Deputy Nevada State Treasurer, and she's going to present information as it applies to the Nevada ABLE account that is currently being set up. So if I were you, I'd say, what is the ABLE account? So let me just give you a little bit of history. The ABLE Act was signed into law on December 19th, 2014. It gives individuals with disabilities the opportunity to establish a tax-deferred savings account to maintain their independence, pursue their dreams, and contribute to their communities. Although this was signed into law nationally, each state will be responsible for setting up their own accounts. And that's what Linda will be explaining to you today at the meeting. So, what does the ABLE Act do? It protects current disability and health care benefits. So in general, ABLE funds would not affect your eligibility for Social Security income, Medicaid, and other federal means tested benefits. Currently, individuals that make more than $2,000 in assets are not eligible. So this would change with the ABLE Act. You could save money for education, housing, transportation, employment training and support, assistive technology, health prevention and wellness, financial management, administrative services, and funeral and burial expenses. You would be eligible for an ABLE account if you acquired your disability prior to age 26. Item number 6 on the agenda is the Budget Committee. Robin Dunn, the Budget Committee Chair, will present information from the meeting that was held on November 2nd, 2016. I will present the budget as it applies to the state fiscal year 2016-2017, the federal fiscal year 2015, 16, and 17, and how we as a council are spending our money and how we've obligated. And also I will give information on how the state is building our budgets for years 2018-2019. The budget information can be found at our website at www.nevadaddcouncil.org. So let's take a look at that budget. If you look at page number 1 that's in front of you right now, it's going to do a breakout of the dollars we're planning on spending from October 1st, 2016 through September 30th, 2017. You'll note on there that there are highlighted areas in green and yellow. And as you look at the attached pages that we'll be showing you in this video, you'll see how those figures come forward into this estimated obligation. It also shows on the front page how we're going to have those dollars, where those dollars are coming from, whether it be from our federal grants, whether it be from our state general fund, and also breaking that down into quarters. So on page 1, you will see that the council has determined that we will be obligating $745,314 from October 1st, 2016 through September 30th, 2017. And you'll see on the right-hand side that we have $745,314 available. Page number 2 explains the state fiscal year 17 fund map. And what this is whenever our budget goes before the legislature, then the legislative body will approve the amount of authority that we have to spend down our dollars. I already told you on page 1 that we had enough money. So this is the authority that the state gives us to spend the money. So those dollars of authority have been broken out into different categories. So this all will go forward to page number 1 that I showed you originally. So you'll go down those categories and you'll see, for example, category 1 is personnel. So that's what the costs are for the staff. Category number 2 is the out-of-state travel, etc. What's most important to you is category 10. Category 10 is our subgrants that we have out there. If you look all the way across, you'll see that I have taken the $532,214, I crossed that out, and I showed that we have only obligated $380,635. The reason being is when the state gave us authority, they brought in all of our 2017 grant awards. And at this point in time, we do not want to draw down all of those dollars. We want to save some of those for when we go into the next year. And you'll see that when you get to page number 4 that I'll explain. Page number 3 identifies the subgrants that the council has awarded. So through our Notice of Funds Available process, which you may remember from the last video of our September meeting, that the council approved grants. What these grantees do is they help us to accomplish our 5-year state plan. So if you look down the left-hand side, you'll see those are the grants that were awarded. And then if you look into the next column, it says grant amount. Those were the amounts of the grants. And then if you follow it along, you're going to see that it starts October 1st, 2016, and it ends September 30th, 2017. So that amount is your category 10 amount on the first page, which is $380,635. On page number 4, this page pertains to our federal grants. So in Washington, D.C., Congress allots a certain amount of dollars every year to councils to operate. So in those federal awards, what you're looking on page 4 is you're going to see the 2016, the 2017, and the estimated 2018. You'll note also that 2018 right now is currently estimated, and that is because the president hasn't signed off on the entire grant, although we've received a partial portion of that. So when we receive our grant, those dollars must be obligated within 2 years. So it's very important that we keep this chart and we see how we are going to be able to spend those federal dollars that were awarded to us. Because if we get to, if you look at column number 3 there under 2016 award, if you get down to September 30th of 2017 and we have not obligated the full $553,024, then those dollars go back to the federal government. Now you may say, well, you know what, if it goes back to the federal government, that's not a bad thing. However, if they're noticing that, if the feds are noticing that Nevada isn't spending that money, then that may give them a reason to decrease our amounts in the future. So we make sure that we as a council are very strict and follow what we are supposed to spend those dollars on and making sure that they go to the 5-year state plan. So that's what page 4 tells you. Now that we've done a review of the budget, what is your job as a council member? This is an action item, so there will be a vote taken. So your job as a council member is to review the budget. Ask questions about what you don't understand. And then this is your opportunity to make a motion. Your motion on this may be, I make a motion to accept the budget as presented, or I make a motion to accept the budget with changes. If you were not the person to make the original motion, this is your opportunity to second the motion. Now it will go out for discussion. Again, a great opportunity for you to ask questions if you don't understand before the vote is taken. The vote will be called. It will be, if you are in favor, say yay. If you are opposed, say nay. And if you are not sure, you will abstain. Item number 7 on the agenda is a no action item. There will be no vote taken on this item. This is where Carrie Horn, the project's manager, will present and respond to questions on a written summary of all the projects, activities during the quarter. And so that project summary report can be found at NGCDD.org. So what do you do on this agenda item? Make sure that you come prepared to ask questions. Look at this project status summary. If there's anything in there that doesn't make sense to you, ask those questions at the meeting if you are a council member. Also, if you are a member of the public and you may have a question on this item, make sure that you contact staff at the beginning of the meeting and let them know you'd like to make a comment. Item number 8 on the agenda is a no action item. This is a presentation on the Legislative Committee. Renee Portnell, the Legislative Committee Chair, will present information brought forward from the November 9th, 2016 Legislative Committee meeting. Sherry Manning, myself, and Jack Mays with the Nevada Disability Advocacy Law Center may also add additional information about what's happening legislatively at the state and national level. Item number 9 on the agenda is the partner summary. This is an opportunity for Jack Mays, the Executive Director of the Nevada Disability Advocacy Law Center, and Steve Rock, the Executive Director of the Nevada University Center for Excellence in Disabilities, to talk about things that are going on in their organizations as they pertain to the DD Act. Item number 10 will be the Director's Summary. That is where I will present and respond to any questions that you may have upon looking at my report, and you can find that on the website at www.nevadaddcouncil.org. Item 11 on the agenda is the next meeting date. Stephen Schumacher, the Council Vice Chair, will present the date for the next quarterly meeting. That will be our annual meeting, and it is scheduled to be a face-to-face, tentatively scheduled for March 1st and March 2nd, and we have not scheduled a time for those meetings yet. Item number 12 on the agenda is the statutorily required public comment. As mentioned earlier in the video, this is limited to 5 minutes per person. Item number 13 on the agenda, Stephen Schumacher, the Vice Chair of the Council, will adjourn the meeting. This means that the meeting is complete. No more action may be taken and no more discussion. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for joining me today. Hopefully you find these videos informational and that they also help you to be able to participate as a council member or a member of the public in our council meetings. If you do find these informational, please let us know. And if there's anything that you think should be changed, let us know that too. So thank you and have a good day.